And we're back. It's me, your humble guest, and the person who will escort you through this journey is Xavier. All right, full-time cop, part-time real estate investor, part-time stock investor, currently in the PhD program. You already know the spill. Look, we are back with another video this week, and this one actually came up just because I was having so many conversations about it. And what the goal of today's video is I'm going to try to convince you guys out there, especially cops. But don't click off just yet if you're not a cop, because you'll see just how many people are eligible for this program that I'm about to talk about. But the whole point is I want to convince you guys on how easy it is to get into real estate. And I'm not even talking about investing in real estate. I'm talking about you go from paying someone else essentially indefinitely for an apartment to paying, yes, technically someone else for a limited amount of time, but for ownership. I just want to show you how easy it is. That's it. I just want to show. I'm just gonna present some information. You take it as you will. Before we get too much further, I want to give a big shout out to today's sponsor. The sponsor of this video is Andy Howard's Pest Control. Look, if you are in the Central Texas region and you got critters and gibbities up in your house and you don't want them there, you're going to want to go with these guys. They do phenomenal work, have excellent customer service. Okay, you can check down below for their link to their website. And if you're in the Central Texas region, give them a check out. All right, let's get into it. Hey, so look, the way this whole thing came up, I've been having a ton of conversations as of late with some peers and some buddies of mine, trying to convince them to get out of their apartment situation and get some of this delicious Texas real estate. Now, look, I'm not gonna lie. At least here, I can't speak for everywhere, but at least here, at least in Central Texas, they make it very enticing to be a cop and stay in an apartment. Why? They got something a little called a courtesy officer gig. Now, what is this? It's an arrangement between a police officer and an apartment complex where basically on this officer's off time, they're gonna be kind of on hand and on call for the apartment agency to kind of deal with noise complaints and low theft calls, kind of that normal stuff that gets reported to the office. And in exchange for that, they give the cop, a pretty damn good discount. Sometimes 50% off of the rent. Oftentimes these apartments are in nice areas. Some of them aren't, but some of them are, and they're nice areas, and you get 50% off your rent. Sometimes it's more. Sometimes it's like $1,000 off your rent, and so you're only paying $400 or $500 a month to live, and that can get really enticing. Here's the thing: while you are only paying $405 a month, $600 a month, $700 a month, and I'm not going to, just kind of ignore that because that's significant. It leaves a lot of room, to do whatever you want to do with your money. You should be saving it. You should be investing it. Doesn't typically happen, but it gives you a lot of room. But you're not working toward ownership. You're never going to own that apartment. You're going to be paying that every single month, every single year, indefinitely. And at least here in Texas, more than anywhere else, and I don't know everywhere else, okay? I'm just speaking on what I know. But at least right now in Central Texas, there is a boom happening in the real estate market. And I fear that a lot of my peers, a lot of my fellow officers, especially the younger ones who are still taking advantage of this courtesy officer gig, they're going to be doing that too long and miss out on their buy-in opportunity. Right now, real estate, depending on where you go, you're looking at 20, 30, 40% increases in prices just over 12 months. It's going to get to a point where especially younger officers are going to get priced out of the market. So I'm trying to have them hop on the wave, not even to invest. I'm not talking about picking up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 properties. I'm talking about just get one for your house that you're actually going to live in. Like, get a primary residence, because we are living in a golden age right now in Texas. I can't speak for everyone else out there. All I know is happening here, and it's huge. It's huge. And if there's just so many ways that Texas allows and works to allow people to have, home ownership, to be first-time homeowners. And that's what we're talking about. Because one of the biggest things that I hear, one of the biggest reasons why, one of the biggest reasons why that they're still doing, these courtesy gigs, or still living in apartment living, is the down payment. Now, look, I know not everyone knows, all this information, but I've been having a lot of these conversations lately. And every time I bring it up, I get these shocked faces because they didn't know this program existed. Okay. And so I get it. Even with, like a FHA loan, 3%. I mean, looking at a 3.2 right now, Central Texas. I mean, if you're lucky and not even talking new, kind of like an older home within the last 10 years, probably looking at 250. That might not even be the case anymore. It might be more like 260, 275. But for the sake of numbers, let's do 250. Low down payment, I think it's like 3%. So, I mean, you're looking at what, $7,500, $8,000 for a $250,000 home for a 3% down payment, roughly. And of course, that's not counting closing costs. Let's say you negotiate a little bit of those, you're still probably looking at $5,000 to $6,000. So you add that, you're at about what, 13 grand, somewhere between, let's just say, $11,000 and $15,000, even with a low down payment of 3%, to get into your house. And I'm not gonna lie, I mean, 11 to 15 grand is a substantial amount of money. I also know that, quite a few people don't have that just kind of on hand, especially young officers. So guess what, though? There is a program, and that's what we're going to just briefly talk to you about today. There is a program for officers. I'm talking to somebody out here in Texas, okay, that will help you pay. They'll give you money, free money. I'm talking, and I hope you're listening. There's a program in Texas that will give police officers, especially those who are getting their first house, but even if you aren't, they're still going to give you money to help with your down payment for your primary residence. Let's get into it, man. Come on. We talking free money. There is no excuse. There is no excuse. All your excuses, all of them, they don't exist. Okay, so let me break this down for you. All right, so this program is through the Texas State Affordable Housing Corporation.org. It's a nonprofit, okay? And the specific program that I'm talking about, you can Google it yourself, man. I ain't lying. It's called the Homes for Texas Heroes program. It is down payment help for police officers. All right? The House for Texas Heroes Home Loan Program provides home buyer assistance for Texas police officers. That's you. That's you. All right? The program benefits a 30-year fixed interest rate mortgage loan, several rates and loan options available. Down payment assistance. This is the key part. This is the issue, right? So, we're talking about for a 3% down, you're still looking at potentially, between 11 and 15 grand. Well, guess what? This program does down payment assistance provided as a grant, never needs to be repaid, or as a forgivable second lien loan. And the down payment assistance percentage available is for up to 5% of the loan amount. Well, you only need 3% down payment to get your FHA loan. So that extra 2% is probably they're throwing that in there to help with some of the closing costs. The vast majority of the closing, if not all. Depends how you pick your house. We can talk about that later. All right? And guess what? Here's the beautiful part. If you're still on, if you didn't click off, it says it right here on the site. It'll be up here somewhere. You do not have to be a first-time home buyer. I promise you on everything that I am using this program next year when my wife and I move into our next primary residence. I guarantee it. I promise you. There's no excuses. You don't gotta be a first-time home buyer. It's available statewide through a network of participating lenders. Income limits vary by county. Of course, if you're in expensive-ass Travis County, you're gonna get a little bit more money. Expanded income and purchase price limits available in targeted areas. Now, hey, check this out. Check this out. There's only for the people who didn't click off. There's only for people who didn't click off. They think I'm only talking about cops. Guess what, though? Guess what? It's not just for police officers. Ooh, feel really bad for y'all who clicked off because y'all don't like cops. It's not just for cops because guess what? Texas considers a whole bunch of people heroes. So who else is eligible? Allied Health faculty members means a full-time member of the faculty of an undergraduate or graduate allied health program of a public or private institution. You qualify for this. Correction officers qualify for this. County jailers. Oh, guess what? If you work in EMS, you're a paramedic. Guess what? You qualify for this program. Firefighters, my hose draggers. Guess what? Y'all qualify too. Juvenile correctional officers, nursing faculty members, professional educators. That's classroom teachers, teacher aides, school librarians, school counselors, school nurses. Guess what? Guess who else? Security guards. All these people qualify for the Texas Heroes program, going to give you up to 5% in down payment assistance. Well, there's your 11 grand. There's your 12 grand. There's your 13 grand. What's your excuse now? This is the same question that I asked to my peers. What's your excuse now? Well, I've still got my lease until. Get out of it. Pay whatever you gotta pay. Break that thing. I promise you, you don't want to miss out on what's going on in Texas right now. And if you work any of these professions and you don't have a house, then you have a problem. Now, if you're gonna tell me you got some issues with your credit and stuff like that, hey, look, okay. I understand. But specifically for you cops, I know y'all credit ain't that bad. It can't be. They check it during the background. It's part of this is how we get hired. They look at all that. So I know your credit's at least decent. That's how you got that nice Audi A6. You know? So I know it's at least decent. You need to have a house. I'm not even talking about investing. Let's just take that, throw it somewhere. I'm just talking about getting a house. Get a primary residence because appreciation is going absolutely bonkers. All right? Listen, the link's down. The link to this this nonprofit, the link to this program is going to be down below in the description. Click the link. Google it yourself. It's very intuitive. They don't make it hard. It's very, I'll show this. You'll see it. We're gonna take the eligibility quiz. Okay? It's really simple. It's so simple. There's 4 questions. You can do this. Okay? It says select your job title. I'm gonna choose peace officer. Next. Are you a first-time home buyer? I'm gonna say no. Step 3. What county are you purchasing in? I'm gonna pick a county other than where I live, just for all you weirdos out there. I don't want y'all to know where I live. Where is it? There it is. I'm gonna pick Travis County. And then we'll go step 4. And it's asking me what my gross income is. And my results. Let's see if I qualify. Oh, congratulations! You are eligible for the TSAAC program, down payment assistance. And they proceed to give you all this information where you can get in contact. Listen, all right, I ain't selling you nothing. I'm just trying to tell you, if you don't have a house and you're a police officer in Texas, then we have a problem. Hope I'm getting through to somebody. Hope I am. Short video. That's it. That's really it. I don't know why I'm still here. It's free money. Do I need to like continuously elaborate on this? I don't think so. So hey, check it out. If you like the video, leave a comment, share it. I hope if you are watching this and you aren't subscribed, we really appreciate it. And before you rush out of here, because if you haven't noticed, rushing off of these videos means you just miss information. I'm just giving out good info. I really don't get anything for this. I don't have that many subscribers to get anything from this. I'm just here, just giving out this information because I care. But if you are thinking about being a police applicant, you are a police applicant. You're a rookie, you're in the academy, you know someone in the academy, you're a concerned citizen, then take a minute before you hop off. Check the links down below in the description. We got a ton of links to our books and our test prep and all types of helpful information. Look, all that selling and stuff, it just comes right back to the channel so we can keep doing this, so we can keep growing, so we can keep learning, keep putting out information to you guys. All right? Hope you enjoyed today's video. Hope you got something out of it. You know? And see you guys next time. Stay blessed.